previous video that for about 10 years or so, the first 10 years or so that I was a non-believer, I did not identify myself as an atheist, but rather as an agnostic. And this was for several reasons. First, there was the misconception that an agnostic didn't know if there was a God or not, didn't believe that there was a God, but didn't know for sure, where an atheist would have a positive assertion of the absence of God, which is not the case, as we've all gone through, and that's semantics. And if you don't particularly care for that, I don't care. If you want to call yourself an agnostic because of that, that's fine. If you want to call yourself an atheist because of that, that's fine. I don't care. But it is a misconception that I had, and I have come to deal with it, and there you have it. So that's part of the reason. Another part of the reason, as again I mentioned, was the idea that all atheists are assholes, which is completely idiotic. I know. I'm not sure how I held that belief for so long. I guess it's a not examining what I think about life enough type of problem. So that was another thing. But part of my change, my new identification as an atheist, was getting tired of explaining to people after I've told them that I am an agnostic that no, that doesn't mean I believe that there is a God. I just don't know what form that God takes. That's not what that means. That's a deist, just so you know, if you don't already, and you probably do. So I got tired of explaining that to people, and it's just easier to say, no, I don't believe in God, I'm an atheist. So maybe it's kind of a lazy person's assertion. I'm an atheist because I am too lazy to explain to you the difference between agnosticism and deism. Whatever, I don't care. But no, I did recently, very recently, in the last few months, towards the end of last year, start identifying myself specifically as an agnostic atheist, or just atheist for short, because agnostic atheist, it sounds kind of pretentious and wordy, in case you were curious. So in the last few months, and I've become more and more vocal about it as I've come to the conclusion that while I still do not want to convert people, I do want to be intellectually honest. So I'm not going to hide my position on this issue. Kind of. Also, the extra uber religious people that surround me become more and more irritating to me. So there's kind of that backlash there, kind of a knee-jerk reaction. Please do not associate me with your silly beliefs, kind of thing. In any case, a couple weeks ago, whenever Easter was, I don't know. I didn't even know it was Easter, but I had the weekend off, which probably should have tipped me off that it was some sort of holiday. Had the weekend off, and I was going to go visit my mother, but she wasn't at home. She was at my uncle's house on the lake because it was a holiday, so the whole family got together. So I went over there, and of course, since I have posted things on my Facebook about my new label, just a label, I got a lot of friction from my family, which they all knew that I was not a believer. All of them. That has never been an issue. I think I came out to them as a non-believer, as an agnostic, when I was 19. But the word atheist seemed to have ground grinded on their nerves. My uncle John was told me about these books that he wants me to read, and this shroud of Santa Maria de Guadalupe or something like that. I don't know. My little cousin, he just turned 17, came up to me and he was complaining about my new dog tag. I gave my old dog tags to my mother. I told her, you get 4 years with my dog tags saying Roman Catholic. I'm not dealing with that anymore, so I had them switched recently. I gave her my old ones, and showing off my new ones that say Atheist on it, and my little cousin, he's 17, that doesn't say Roman Catholic, and he was all upset about that. And even my cousin Rob, who is an agnostic and does not give two shits about religion, came up to me and said, well, since when were you an atheist? What is that? I thought you were an agnostic. Well, yeah, well, no. And again, in all of this, my position has not really changed. When I was 19 and I came out as a non-believer, I did not believe, and I was not certain what... I wasn't certain, but I didn't believe. And now that I'm an older person, not very old, but older, I still do not believe and am not certain, though I am a little bit more certain as to what is definitely not out there. Things that are logical contradictions and physical impossibilities, the like. So there's that. And this friction that I've gotten from my family over this word is not new. It's the same sort of thing that I got at work when I posted that picture on my Facebook that I told you about. It's just a picture that says basically that I choose to be good for goodness' sake, right? And that's, it's really sad that there's this stigma around the word, and I think that it's important for those of us who are atheists and indeed agnostics and non-believers of all stripes to kind of just take the labels back from these people, to say that a person who is a-religious must necessarily be amoral is absolutely ridiculous and patently untrue. And I don't know, it's just something that bothers me, and I thought I'd share that with you as something to share with you, since I haven't been around for the last couple weeks. I really don't have any excuse. Maybe you missed me, I don't know. But no, I've just been kind of running around. So anyway, that's my thoughts on that. Hope you guys have a nice day.